And welcome to the Raw Preview. We are the Dudley Boys of WhatCulture. I'm Adam Wilbourn, joined by Michael Hamflett and Michael Sidgwick, here to look ahead to tonight's episode of Raw. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. Where we do daily wrestling podcasts where we not only review Raw, but also SmackDown, the show formerly known as NXT 2.0. AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision, pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a round of the week complete. We'll have a good quiz, of course, on WrestleCulture. As I said, though, joined by Hamflett and Sidgwick to look ahead to Raw tonight and all the fallout from the Vision's betrayal of Seth Rollins last week.
Yes, a cliffhanger, a hook. I'm excited for this. I'm not mega arsed about Braun Breaker explaining his actions. I think I understand what happened there, and they'll do it.
He's going to go like this. He's going to go like this. I'm Batista, except a heel.
I'm a bit more into it now. So that's fine.
Yeah,
but obviously it comes with this world title speculation and clarity on Seth Rollins' injury, and CM Punk presumably having the shot secured for Saturday night's main event. If they're going to do that, unless they want to try and hold the belt up for longer and maybe make something, for the Survivor Series. Triple H likes his triple threat tournaments and maybe a winner fight. I don't know. There'll be something. And I like that it's over this world title picture because I'm a situational Seth guy. It's fine. But the thing with being a situational Seth guy is you can also say, it's infinitely more interesting now that he's potentially out the title picture. Sorry, Seth, get well soon.
He's a millionaire.
Yeah, it'll be fine. This is it. It'll be absolutely fine. He might even be back for WrestleMania per some reports you read.
Yes.
So he'll be absolutely fine. He's always got that spot. That's his.
Levesque loves him.
That spot is safe. He's kind of the safest guy there is in a way. Just to put in that babyface / heel gatekeeper role. He'll be right back to that when he returns. But yeah, the world title now being held up and there being CM Punk is at least one contender, and then potentially Braun Breaker or whatever the idea for the Vision is now is something entirely different. Two really cool things to look forward to.
Is your name Nick Hausman? Because you've just stepped on my dick. I had a little bit of a snarky bit prepared. Not that we do bits, but I was going to indulge myself this once, where I was going to go, I've got this really clever idea. Okay, if you need to clarify that title picture and potentially, crown a new champion, why don't you do a tournament, except here's the twist. Every match is a triple threat match. Yeah.
No, I've hated them.
And then you just said it earnestly, if it's just part of the course.
They're great. The stories spin out of them and stuff. It's it turned out to be something that was bad that was actually good, like those triple threat and four-way tournaments, because you were spinning off stuff. He
must have taken it to heart, the criticism of those tournaments. Because he stopped doing them quite so much. Like last year was out of control.
6 of them.
Jesus, I counted them because I did this again. I am an arsehole. I do know this. I did the alternative awards for WhatCulture Wrestling as an article last year, and they were taking a irreverent look at the events in 2025, and one of the categories was Triple Threat Tournament of the Year. That hotly contested prize. So what was the best triple threat tournament of the year? Was it the one in February? Yeah. Was it the one in April? What about the one in May or July? And there was 6 of them. Jesus.
It was the September SmackDown Tag Team one, for those that earnestly want to know the answer to the question.
Oh, probably the book.
But there was too many of them.
Yeah, way too many.
Way too many of them.
It's very unpredictable, though, isn't it? Because like you say, it's a couple of things here. It's what happens going forward with the Vision. Now they are the two Bronnies and Paul Heyman, obviously, at the helm. Obviously, this was something... long term, we predicted the Braun breakup, but not here, obviously. And I think all of us sat here and went, so obviously, we've got WarGames is set. It's the Vision, probably plus Brock Lesnar versus some sort of super group involving Cena and Roman and Punk, maybe. Now, that's all up in the air. The world title's all up in the air. I don't know if WWE even actually knows right now what's going on with Seth, because all the reports that you read, the Dave thing recently seemed to suggest they're going to open him up and see what it's like when they get in there. So they don't know whether it's going to be, not short. It's never going to be short term enough for him to be back and not vacating the title, one would assume. But they don't know if it's going to be a Rumble return, a Mania return, or even past that. And that kind of throws everything into flux because I think...
Let's just pretend he's not going to be around for a while.
I mean,
I'm being facetious, but it's probably best practice.
Yeah.
Account for the bad case scenario. So you've done that. You've mapped everything out. You just put a little prompt into the grok there. Get your little terrible AI storylines mapped out for the next however many months. And if Seth is able to return ahead of schedule, which my understanding of your aggregation is, is a small chance, then you've got another in-name only main event player to luxuriate in.
Grok, give me yet another million good ideas and just see if it can.
Tell you what. We did
this on SmackDown the other week. I had Malachi Black cut a promo on Wilbourn, and I'm
going to do it again.
Basically sounded like the one he cut on Friday's SmackDown.
More from Malachi and Zelina on the SmackDown review later on today.
Something else I wanted to say about
Leave
that.
it to Triple H, by the way.
What, that?
Just to indulge that nonsense.
It was my plan all along.
What was the phrase that she used? We're not the poison, we are the solution or something.
It's like, we're not necessarily the corruption, but we do reflect it in the mirror. Oh, God. Why is he just talking utter nonsense yet again?
Corruption adjacent. Yeah, that was it. I think we can assume that the Observer's reporting on Seth was true because Friday's issue dropped, and with it came about 5 massive stories from the very top table within WWE. It suggests that he's got a pretty high up source there at the moment.
And very funny what wasn't in the Observer, of course. Very funny indeed.
What was that again?
What do we like to read the Observer specifically for on a Friday afternoon?
Star ratings.
Yeah, star ratings obviously from Crown Jewel, from certain matches on telly like Dynamite and what have you. Anyone missing? Any?
I can't think.
Any self-proclaimed 5-star matches?
I can't think of a single significant wrestling show or match that you might be speaking of. I cannot think of.
That was me. Because he uses stars to divide up like sections. I'd be like, probably our star rating there, 48 stars or whatever. That's what he thought of our match. That's what he thought of One Final Table.
From Bully Ray to someone with actual intelligence, artificial intelligence, that is, it's Grok. I've asked Grok to clarify what's going to go on and what rather should go on. So I've said, this is my prompt. Hey, Grok, write a wrestling storyline to determine the next world champion now that Seth Rollins probably needs to vacate it. Now that I'm going to ask AI to do its thing, I'm going to guzzle and waste lots of water.
Like Triple H, the game.
Yeah.
Did you see that Tom Green tweet? It was like a picture of Triple H doing like the water spray and like someone guzzling and wasting loads of water before doing something boring. WWE would never use AI for this, and it's just like, hey, he's Grok all along. No, he is the
best booker in wrestling.
No.
Yeah, good point. That Death Rider storyline has really developed really well.
Background. It's better than the Vision.
No.
John Moxley can stay healthy.
No, that's disgusting.
Absolutely.
Well, no, it's much better than the Vision.
No.
It's been a complete failure.
It's
been a complete failure.
No.
Seth Rollins.
Is he world champion as a result of the Vision, or meanwhile John Moxley? No title around his waist.
There's no title around Seth's waist either.
There is right now. As of right now, there is.
Background, this is according to Grok. Seth Rollins, the reigning world champion, is forced to vacate the title due to a storyline injury. Oh, Grok, you're a f***ing idiot. And now the background, dickhead. I've given you the prompt. Key players, Cody Rhodes, seeks to reclaim the title he never lost, never won it, Grok. Different title, different needs.
That's why AI is the best.
Gunther, the ring general, fresh off a dominant Intercontinental Championship reign, looks to cement his place as a top dog. What year is it, Grok?
I mean, Sidgwick has perfectly illustrated that this can't be done.
Yeah.
And it will all
the
come from
Archer
the
of
mind.
Infamy, Damian Priest, hungry to prove he's more than a tag team or faction player. Well, he's already won the world title, so what year is it? Jey Uso, the dark horse, breaking out as a single star, ready to step out the bloodline shadow. Hi, Grok. Have you ever heard of something called WrestleMania 41? CM Punk, the wild card, returning to chase the one accolade that's eluded him in WWE when it's SummerSlam. Liv Morgan, optional twist, the women's world champion who could push for a historic Intergender opportunity. Mystery entrant. A debuting or returning star, e.g. MJF from AEW, or returning Drew McIntyre to shake things up.
You heard it here first.
So the trick with Grok is you get rid of the first 5 or 6 ideas, but then the last 2, you're like...
Is Grok Russo in that regard? No. That might have something, actually.
Or like it grinds you down to such a fine, go on, we'll put the belt on Liv Morgan. She's better than half the rest.
Yeah.
Like...
So some of the qualifying matches include Roman Reigns defeating, good news, he's back from injury, Kevin Owens.
Bring him back just to lose. Thanks.
Closing angle. CM Punk interrupts a backstage promo by Damian Priest, hinting at his own entry into the tournament. Brawl breaks out. Week 2 qualifying match. CM Punk defeats Damian Priest. A controversial finish with Punk using the ropes for leverage, turning Priest into a sympathetic figure, just much like WrestleMania 13. Everyone is saying, God, do you reckon Damian Priest could be the next babyface? And CM Punk's getting a little bit old and bitter. Well, let's just do the old double turn ski there. God, Grok's, God.
I quite like
Triple H might actually be better than Grok.
Absolutely.
Of course he is.
Might be. The jury's out. Jury is out.
Yeah, so I don't know whether you do, a title, like you say, a title match between, let's say, Punk and LA Knight, for example, at Saturday Night's main event, or whether you just say Punk's in the title match because he was the number 1 contender.
He's going to waste Cody Rhodes and CM Punk in the semi-final. So Grok's an idiot.
But we're going to do a tournament to determine the other challenger, perhaps.
Because
you don't have to put that title match on Saturday night. They've got a title match set for Saturday night's main event already.
Well,
big one.
It's related.
Why is Grok such an arsehole? So after all that nonsense, poorly sourced, factually incorrect, I've simply written, you suck, Grok. And then, ouch, a verbal suplex, cry laugh emoji. God, what? It's all the bots as well. Just write like arseholes.
You like verbal suplex, didn't you? I can see your lips pursed up a little bit.
It's not completely Barry Grok and all this then.
To make a wrestling themed comeback. Something related to this and the world title picture. I would be so grateful if this resulted in there being only one WarGames match. You could have 0 if you wanted, but you've put it on the logo now. So we've got to have one. But if this removes the men's WarGames, great. Like, if the world title picture becomes something to sell Survivor Series with and only having, like, the
Deadly Game.
Deadly Game.
Wow, just say
Deadly
that.
Game or the much... Well, hang on, though, because what was substantially worse than the Deadly Game was the 2015 Survivor Series tournament, which happened. Why? Because Seth Rollins got injured when he was on top. So they could, 10 years on, 10 years, that's a period of time, they could, like...
And, of course, who walked out of Survivor Series as champion?
Sheamus.
Yeah.
So we could get there again, you know?
Sheamus is here. Who cares?
The ball knowers love those Sheamus Roman matches.
Yeah.
Did you?
Fine. It was...
Remember when they were like, punch Vince or something?
Yeah,
that's a babyface move.
Remember when, like, the Authority had a problem with Roman Reigns? It's like, what are we doing here? This might be the least credible storyline in wrestling history, and Vince Russo booked it for about 20 years.
That might have been where the Liars first emerged, actually, because those matches got Roman some cheers at a time when he was getting
1 or
done.
2 weeks, wasn't it? Yeah.
And it was like, let's be honest, like, it was because he was punching Vince McMahon in the face.
Yes.
That was what it was.
Alvarez was fairly certain said you can't have him punch Vince every week. So what are you going to do after that?
Yeah.
And the Liars swore blind it was because just needed to get Sheamus in there with him all along. Like, Sheamus was the difference maker, was he? Like,
also, like, I know we've not booked wrestling, but we've watched wrestling for enough years. Who in their right mind, subsequent to this, went, right, okay, well, that babyface turn's clearly still not working, but we'll just keep forcing it. Right, what if the Authority, right, don't like him, do they? So make him go from the beginning, and Royal Rumble's used to put his title on the line as well. Good point. So, like, he runs the gauntlet in the Rumble, and he just comes closer. Yeah, what about halfway through? We just have him take a half-hour break. That'll get him really over with the fans. Who thought that was a good idea? I mean, you did get Rusev stealing a monitor, so there was good stuff in there. Yeah, I'm taking this. But apart from that, it was dreadful.
it was lifted from them doing it, the corporation doing it to Austin.
Yeah.
In 99. But it was just the latest case of, who do you think Roman Reigns is?
Yeah.
Because in your mind, he's Steve Austin and The Rock combined, and he's actually neither of them. Like,
Yeah, that's LA Knight.
he's barely John Cena at this point. Yeah, that's LA Knight, who might get a title shot. I would much rather see this become like a 2 month. I don't need a world champion by Saturday night's main event. I'm happy for this to become something
When is
that
it? It's gotta be fairly soon.
2 weeks, 3 weeks. Is it the week after Halloween Havoc?
It is Salt Lake City, Utah. It is the 1st of November, so that is literally a week on Saturday. Yeah.
I don't need a world champion decided upon then. I don't need a second WarGames match. There's opportunities here. Like, you can change the Survivor Series card, but not in a way. It's in that gorgeous stadium in San Diego.
Petco, is it?
Yeah, like there was rumors about John Cena being in WarGames, and then it felt like kind of in line with the Seth Rollins injury, they were moving further towards him. Injury? They were moving further towards him fighting Dominik.
Torn rotator cuff, I think.
Something up in your shoulder area.
Got over a month. 29th of November is Survivor Series. You got a long time to get there.
Yeah, I just think the WarGames match would have been rubbish. There
always are.
Certain novelty to seeing Cena and Lesnar in the opposing mini cages.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, nothing. Like, not asked about either of them. AEW might be running 2. I got a distinct sense from Wrestle Dream that there was going to be a Don Callis family one. So they might be running 2 with that Blood and Guts Dynamite special. So it's all the more
2
reason.
2 hours of Dynamite in a cage.
Yeah, like
Jesus.
all the more reason to lift one off.
There was 120 of them minutes. That is Jesus. It's bad enough having one.
Yeah, it's a nuisance, isn't it? The double cage. Yeah, WarGames, Blood and Guts are broadly the same thing.
Especially because they're so close together, 2 weeks apart, basically.
One of them is more based than the other.
Based on what?
Just like one of them's better than the other, mate.
Well, I know, but I didn't want to bury AEW on the WWE podcast. Like, I just, take one of the matches away and it's no bad thing. Have a world title tournament.
One of them's got blood.
Have a world title tournament end at Survivor Series. That's like way more interesting to me than that. It's like, put some high stakes on something as well at Survivor Series.
Who, seriously, right, we've had a lot of fun with like Rock and, all the rest of it. Don't give Punk that belt. Have him vie for Cody's belt in the night 2 main event of WrestleMania 42, because that is the biggest thing you got.
Yeah.
By some distance. So I don't want Punk winning this. I want to watch a match that I'm genuinely interested in the winner of. Like, loads of storyline potential. The verbal showdowns between Cody and CM Punk have been some of the best things in wrestling, like in the past 2 or 3 years. Punk should lose the final. One more sort of like agonizing. Was it worth coming back? Am I still the CM Punk defeat before he has his big run January to April? If it's not Bron Breakker, who would it be?
I don't know what his health status is, but I would say you could do Punk Gunther again in the tournament final, and Gunther beats Punk this time because Punk did it at SummerSlam. They might take a bit of a gamble. It wouldn't need to be for a long time, and it would just be to kind of see what it looks like. They might take a gamble on Jey Uso cheating to win, and it's like, well, he's like listened to Roman Reigns, and he's taken the shortcut to get back to the top, and it's all in line with what... It wasn't part of the plan, obviously, but it's what they're doing with this character, and everybody kind of, we were really pleased for you last time. Like, you genuinely beloved bad wrestler. Now you've tainted it a bit. Well done, you've got your title back, but... At what cost?
At what cost?
Like, we are talking about a situation that maybe they weren't expecting. So you do sometimes find that they'll take a chance, or maybe Owens springs to mind, doesn't he, when he won the WWE title when Finn Balor got injured. Like, that wasn't the plan, and then he ends up having this run that almost got him to WrestleMania. I'm basically trying to avoid belting LA Knight, because I think
that's an option, though, and I'll tell you what, the fact that there are a lot of options coming to the top of our heads right now, literally, as we discuss this. Again, I don't want to get into a tribal thing, but there are 2 companies, and it is sort of, it is tempting to compare and contrast the 2 for whatever reason. Remember, like, we were going who for Hangman, to give a little joke at the end of the season, probably. But with the Fed, as boring as it is, it's productive.
There's always a guy you can drop into this spot. LA Knight, I don't want to, because I love him on the chase. I honestly think him just having this attitude of refute, like the Money in the Banks he's lost, the number 1 contenders matches he's come so close with, and even a couple of title shots here and there. There's something about him. Like, I worry that the fire would go out a little bit if he actually won the belt. I don't mean this to sound like disrespectful to him, but there is a certain point where it's like, well, what You win the title, then you lose the title. Can LA Knight even really exist once that's done? Like that.
He's existed for way longer than I thought.
Yeah, true. Yeah. And
He should turn heel.
elements of him, I think he's improved his game as well, but
He's still got an absolute whack elbow drop.
oh yeah.
Very
Double
whack.
elbow drop.
Yeah,
Yeah, he can
double
mislead
whack,
people,
double whack,
can't he?
double whack. No, he could cheat to win in a tournament
Yeah.
final.
That's not very polite. That'd be...
Yeah, but it's
Elliot Rude.
yeah.
Did we have a bit around Rude Dog and the Dweebs once if we did bits? I feel like
Excuse
there was I can't remember. I feel like it was a stable in wrestling that was so full of complete nerds that there was a point. Remember Rude Dog?
Conglomeration.
Along those lines where it was Rude Dog and the Dweebs and there was one leader and the rest of it.
Matt, have you seen the sitcom intro for the conglomeration?
Nah.
Yeah, I'm good. Speaking of champions, though...
I will Wrestle Dream area. I'll get it watched before then and then we can talk about it.
Yeah, but I'm actually in a good mood for Wrestle Dream, so again, it'll be fine.
Get a bit of everything.
It'll be
on the
fine.
old,
I'm here.
What Culture Wrestling podcast?
Speaking of champions, though, Stephanie Vaquer is in action tonight against presumably her next challenger, Roxanne Perez. They had the whole thing last week where it was like, oh, I should have been champion. Why don't you do something about it? So they've got a match tonight. I sense...
Non-title or title?
Non-title as far as I'm aware, so I sense something happens to set up an actual proper title match.
But probably, and hopefully, I guess, not Roxanne Perez just pinning Stephanie Vaquer. I don't need that as a way to set this match up.
No.
I don't love the idea of like a DQ or a count out, but I don't mind it if that's what's going to get you to your title match.
It's a big night for Judgment Day.
Yeah, they've actually got to defend those tag belts the first time in about a year. Like Stephanie Vaquer had this herself with Io Sky, and it didn't really do her any harm to having the match like thrown out. It was super competitive, and then it gets thrown out, and it's what DQs and countouts used to be before they were completely abused, which is just I was really into that. I'd like another go of it, and maybe the challenger can do it.
This could be done for
these two can probably wrestle that, yeah. And Roxanne Perez is super credible. So yeah, like I don't mind if this isn't given a finish as long as there's just something creative for it, because I just think Roxanne Perez has had one of those years where she's done the hard work bit of her WWE run. I think her schedule will never be harder than it is right now. Like all the matches she's wrestled, all that like that constant, not proving herself, but those just like she just goes out there and she does the grunt work of these tag matches with Raquel Rodriguez, shows that she can get herself and somebody else over, can kind of be part of a program that doesn't yet exist. If you look at something like Liv Morgan's comeback, I don't think it'll ever be more difficult for Roxanne Perez after this, but this is like a hard yards year for her. And then the title runs, the things like this. I don't see the point in strapping her up yet, but all of this can come down the line.
Yeah, I think I'd bite on a near fall if they, like you say, if they do something to set a title match up for Saturday night's main event, even though there's not a lot of like big title changes that they normally do there. So that's normally saved for the PLEs, obviously. But I would bite on it just as a hot potato reign where it like flips to Roxanne because Raquel helps her cheat or whatever. And then if timing wise it works out, if you can just put it back on Vaquer or have Vaquer fight for the other title. Whilst you re-establish the Liv Morgan feud, because
she can't just burn through every title. She's done the NXT, she's now done the Raw one, and she goes for the SmackDown one or whatever. It's like she's done everything. She's literally done everything.
She's done all five. What is it? 5 titles in a year.
This is subjective and it's often rooted in like a feeling, but I believe quite strongly in like the fans back winners principle, and I just think Stephanie Vaquer is one of those wrestlers riding that momentum at the moment, and you risk.
Oh, I'm not saying you should. I'm saying I would bite on a title change.
Yeah. You can beat those wrestlers once in a blue moon, but you don't go daft with it. And I like a hot potato reign, I think, is an example of that, where you just, I don't know. I just think sometimes it's a bit senseless. It does something where, like in hindsight, amongst other things to do with John Cena's 2025, I wouldn't have put the belt on John Cena. I got it. I got the rationale for it, but I wouldn't have done it. And you would have had Cody still on this continuous run. It has chipped away a little bit. At Cody's aura as the top guy, as the WWE champion. And as much as it was a bit of a shock that she won the world title when she did, I'd probably keep it on now through WrestleMania. Stephanie Vaquer, I think it's going to become part of her first year story.
Getting a bit earnest and analytical here. I'm going to ask Grok to try and create a bit.
Grok doesn't do bits. Like the WhatCulture Wrestling podcast, Grok doesn't do bits.
But yeah, I could easily see like Raquel, not necessarily, like clobbering Stephanie in the back so Roxanne can pin her, but maybe, I don't know, she's got her up for the SVB or whatever, and Raquel's like, right, I've seen enough here. I'm getting involved. So they'd be like, well, you didn't actually beat me, so...
Is there I can think of a fairly prominent Stephanie Vaquer ally in somebody that helped launch her on the main roster, Nikki Belair, who could come and even up the numbers game with a Judgment Day.
Yes!
And then that could fold
Her
Nikki Belair into
friend,
something with
of
Roxanne.
course.
Yeah, exactly. They're best friends.
Biggest fan, best friend.
Like,
I completely forgot about
she's not doing much at the moment, but she could, like, sort of be there, like, cut off the interference a little bit. You could do a tag match off the back of it. Like, she could get, like, dragged into the Judgment Day a little bit. Nikki Bella's not been to the clubhouse before. Is that anything?
I quite like it.
I don't know.
She has got experience of people trashing her sacred place, of course.
Brilliant. More like Judgment Night. Scroll across the walls.
LA Knight's what we're talking about. Nothing to do with it.
WhatCulture Wrestling podcast bit, The Crown of Glory Chaos.
What?
This bit is designed for the WhatCulture Wrestling podcast, tailored to their signature mix of witty banter, kayfabe analysis, and chaotic energy.
Thank you.
You're right, Greg.
Opening banter. 2 minutes.
It's like a Partridge thing. Opening banters is not the podcast I was thinking.
Adam Wilbourn, Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WhatCulture Wrestling. Seth Rollins has vacated the World Championship, probably because he tripped over his own ego in those ridiculous outfits.
Jeez.
I mean, they've laughed. The rest of it just gets lots of people who don't work here anymore involved. So, Grok, you are absolutely awful, and thus very much qualified to take over WWE Creative.
And with evidence, already better than Road Dogg on SmackDown. Indeed. There's been like 2 Grok SmackDowns, way stronger.
Did AEW use AI as well?
No, it's just felt like
it just felt like it for
months.
several, ever since all in Texas. Yeah. So the transfer window's kicking into gear now. Let Grok do it.
Good point.
Yeah, it's not.
Let's focus more on the Jacksonville Jaguars. That'll do really well. Got absolutely destroyed at the weekend.
It's not like AI if you make your own macro for the spreadsheet, is it?
Fulham give Arsenal a game.
They did.
Lost it though.
Yeah.
But they still give them a game.
Was the Jaguars get absolutely murked? Was it the Rams?
I didn't know. Follow American football.
There's another game on Channel 5 last night that I watched 10 minutes of just for the little banter exchanges with Dermot O'Leary in the studio. There was a Taylor Swift impersonator last night before the break. I think because one of the teams must be Travis Kelce's team.
Yeah.
And they had a great laugh in the studio. So this can't be coverage. This can't be.
Evidently it is.
Terrestrial coverage of America's like.
What are you cheering?
Colts won again. Come on.
Such
He
a Colts
doesn't
guy.
care.
He never shuts up about the old Colts.
I believe love the Colts.
Colts water bottle, aren't you?
Yeah. Jacksonville Jaguars at Wembley. Shout out to Matt Rains who tagged me so much for the summary when he saw the weather report for that match.
That's good.
Jacksonville Jaguars 7, LA Rams 35.
Oh dear.
Was Tony Khan there?
I assume so.
I like it. I just like when you see.
Should have gone down 60 minutes into the game, waiting for him in the tunnel, probably. Whoever the manager of the.
Yeah. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I was watching.
Did you read about what actually happened?
I was
by the way?
desperate for that fight to be true. It obviously wasn't, was it? But I was desperate for that fight to be true. That first story that came out. It's like, this is like football brawl out.
So I was watching the Forest Chelsea.
Sorry, yeah. Where are our manners? Grok wouldn't remember this.
Soccer tangent. Under fire, Notch Forest manager Ange Postecoglou was sacked in the immediate wake of his 3-0 defeat to Chelsea. But I was watching this Forest-Chelsea game on Saturday afternoon. It's like in the garden with James, right? Come on, we're watching football. 45 minutes, and it was pretty poor. Right, pretty poor. And after, bless him, after 45 minutes, he was like, Dad, can I go upstairs? And I was like, yep, you sure can. And then, it was 2-0 and under, 51 minutes. And then it kept panning to the owner in the crowd. And he's just Marinakis' face, a slapped arse, just, livid, absolutely livid. 50 minutes, there's not really much going on the pitch. 55 minutes, he's still just seething with hatred, ready to just ruin a man's career. 65 minutes, it's like the Raw, the first Raw in the empty performance center in March 2020. And it just pans to the empty seats. Hell yeah. And it's just like it pans. It's like the most ominous. It's like, you know, when like David Lynch can create this like sense of just awful like unease around the most mundane objects like a ceiling fan and all the rest of it. Like it's one of his things that he can do. It just was like... And this camera just pans like these empty seats. It's like, oh, right, that's your man Ange sacked.
Match of the day, I had such a laugh with it.
Shadow boxing in the top.
They've only got the highlights to worry about. So they basically made a cut-to gag out of it. Like he's there, and then like something happens on the one incident on the pitch. Was all chairman gone? Like cut straight. It's as if like he saw that like one bad tackle or something, or like one sort of missed opportunity. That's me. Like they were just.
I'll give him one more counter. Yeah, it's nice. Right, okay. That's it.
You got to laugh.
Yeah, should never have took that job. It's never ever. It's like to save your reputation.
It's like
wild that you can win a major European.
Of course,
trophy?
It's a major trophy.
A major European trophy and be sacked twice in the same year.
It's pretty cool when your teams get to benefit from it, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's pretty good. There'll be you know, when there's like say if hypothetically. A team goes out of business and leaves the division, and you're a fan of a team that hasn't played them yet and is thus campaigning that you should be given 3 points. That's basically like the teams that haven't been able to play Ange's Forest.
Yeah, it's
wait a minute, I've got freebies. Come on.
Yeah, let's have that. Who've they got next? Let's see this now.
Sean Dyche has got the job, by the way.
Has he?
Pretty much. Ornstein's reported it.
Bournemouth, who were top of the table at one point over the weekend. Bonkers.
I wanted the chairman to give himself the job.
I saw that rumor.
Yeah, just to see.
Never happening, but would have been funny.
I used to love those like banter era threads of teams. I think it was like Doncaster Rovers back in the day, where they're like, say what confused the opponents. You are right back, wear the number 9 shirt, and I are like goalkeeper or wear the whatever, and they just confuse their own players.
Yeah.
So they're like, pass the number off. Mess that up. Brilliant.
Oh, that brings an end to Soccer Tangent.
So we're saying no result, or at the bare minimum, a Roxanne Perez win tonight in Vaquer versus Perez.
Yeah, looking forward to the match though.
Another match should be well wrestled. What?
No.
It's just funny that we were just talking for like 5
The
minutes.
wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
And I expressed my enthusiasm about the prospective action on show in a forthcoming wrestling match.
Grok reckons Roxanne Perez could be called up to the main roster
Roxanne
any day
Perez.
now. Nice. That's good stuff.
It's decent.
We've got 3 title matches to talk about now.
One of them's going to suck.
Should we start with the Judgment Day finally defending those tag titles against AJ Styles and Dragon Lee? Is it time for a change?
Let's get this one out of the way. No, I like Dominik Mysterio versus Finn Balor as a never-ending thing. What can this match really do that we haven't seen a million times? Maybe JD McDonough will take some like scary bump just to prove that he can, and he recovers just fine from them. Finn Balor will be patter.
Yeah, always.
I've got something to say, an idea.
Yeah.
Why don't they try and gimmick? Obviously, it's an incredibly risky spot, but remember that JD McDonough bump where he just hit the back of his head against the table, and then like you had to like, well, what if they try and gimmick something like that or play with that idea? Then again, it was like 7 months ago, so it's only just popped back into my head.
Did you see the other week when the punter returned?
I'm trying to think of something.
With his bouffant before he cut it down a little bit when he was in the match, because he's obviously seen people online taking the piss out of it.
He doesn't have a Twitter, mate.
Oh,
he's already said that he's not on Twitter anymore.
Friends must have alerted him to some jokes being made online. Thank you for correcting me on that one.
I'm just trying to be honest.
And there was a tweet, you know, those usual tweet thread like, for X number of likes, I'll make CM Punk's hair bigger. So it's
like that Man United fan.
It's the usual thing. So
it's getting close now. 2 of 5.
2 of 5.
Oh God, yeah. Still seems a lifetime away, isn't it?
They've got to play Brighton. Oh, cool. So that's over then.
So the hair's getting bigger, and it's exaggerating, and it's like, oh, it's bigger than the building and everything. And then sure enough, you know, the world, space, the galaxy. And then it's just, I don't know, like people like playing chess above the Milky Way or whatever. And then there's like CM Punk's hair and JD McDonough's head's still there.
That's good stuff.
That's good stuff.
Good bit.
I couldn't care less about this match.
I think they might change the titles here.
Yeah, maybe. Like, well, it's AJ is Patter when he's backstage Allen.
Mm-hmm.
And they do seem to be teeing up It's not going to be on the level of the John Cena thing, but it does seem like the teeing up are kind of what's left for AJ Styles in 2026. Like a retirement year on a lower scale than the John Cena one. So they could, if they wanted, like, I don't like this tag division.
It's hopeless. And here's something. It's so hopeless and it's been so neglected that, and I know this is true of many WWE TV matches these days, but because the titles are like almost, at least under Levesque, all-time low sense of prestige or lack thereof, it's going to be like a title match. I think everyone's going to be like, who cares? And they'll have to really work the fans into giving them out.
It's like people really got into that one that they had when Judgment Day won the titles against New Day.
Yeah. Balance had some sneaky good tag shows, but it'll take a while to work them into this because who could possibly care? I mean, these titles have been completely neglected.
Put them on Fraxium. I'd switch Fraxium over. We only just saw them again first time in ages on Smackers, of course.
Yeah. Both divisions are in the mud. You could do anything you wanted. Like there was it's jumping ahead to SmackDown coverage later on, but I don't know if you saw it. There was a Motor City Machine Gun.
It's on Wednesday yet, sorry.
Fair. There was a Motor City Machine Gun segment where they were delivering this message about how it's been a year since they debuted and then they won the tag belts 2 years later. They were dripping with insincerity to such an extent I was certain it was a heel turn. It wasn't. It was like a babyface promo to set up an impromptu match.
Oh dear.
Like, but you would think that they were doing their Shelley and Sabin thing of like, you know, to kind of like edgelordy, too cool for all of this. And it wasn't. Just like, it's been a hell of a year. Has it? Because I've seen all of it and you weren't in most of it. So
you had a nice time at home or something?
Maybe.
No, huh?
But I could see, like, and I like the story of, because I assume we'll talk about it in a second, Dominik Mysterio retains. So I really like the idea of, like, Roxanne Perez, one way or another, has got herself a title shot. Dominik Mysterio, probably Penta gets involved or whatever. Oh, retained it again. Finn Balor and JD were like, you put us in this position.
Or
so
they do that where it's always like, it's been a good night for the Judgment Day or a bad night for the Judgment Day, but there's the one rule-proven exception in the clubhouse. What if they retain, the champions retain, so Dominik has his IC title, Finn and JD have got their tag belts, but Roxanne has lost, and Finn's like, here you go, Dom. Like, I've booked you a nice table at a restaurant, and like, go and cheer Roxanne Perez up. She's lost it.
Do they serve tendies at this restaurant?
Obviously. That's all he's having. Because he's not interested in sex, is the point. But Finn Balor's still trying to work that ticket because it's going to start. This is going to be the week where it starts to build to live more.
Sex.
Like, and it's like, can't cheer Roxanne up. She doesn't deserve this. She's like,
where's this going?
Well, to Liv Morgan coming back and being like, what do you think you're doing? Huge pop.
What do you think you're doing?
Do you think? What are you doing here?
Yeah. Dominik doesn't really want to.
Says a famous catchphrase. What do you think you're doing?
Can we do the other boring one, the Dominik one?
Yeah.
Before we get to the good one. Like, I'll give him this. I don't really want Dominik to lose the IC title, but if he is so like over as a babyface that having him as the mega champion is enough.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? You could take the title off him at this point. You could get somebody over.
He's had this mania. He's had a long ass time.
Yeah. I'm kind of into the John Cena fantasy booking, you know. Like, I think that's what I want for Survivor Series. Cena has one crack at this title he's never won. And all he's got to do is beat Dominik Mysterio.
That'd be so dramatic and loud.
Massive. San Diego, 619 T's. The stuff's in place for it.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
Like, there's lots in place for it.
So Rusev doesn't take the title.
Yeah, I'm kind of of all the ways in which at the moment Rusev could genuinely benefit. I think he's finally on the right track. But I'd be tempted to just keep it on Dominik just that little bit longer for something with Cena.
I hope he retains tonight. Yeah.
I think he will.
Like the Hammer stuff was really good last week, especially when he kind of took the piss out of Timekeeper afterwards. That I only saw subsequently on social media. And I'm like, can I have my hammer back, please? And he was like, I've got it. And threw it behind his like, idiot's been on his chair the whole time. But yeah, it's copy-paste of kind of what we watched live last week, of course, i.e. back and forth match. Dom's cheating, but he's in a bit of trouble. Oh, wait, here comes the other guy in this equation. Yep. This time it's Penta instead of Rusev.
Yep, Fed sucks.
Yeah, I don't love this Penta Rusev thing. You either have a babyface continually screwing up and allowing a heel in to win, and then you've got these two screw-up baby faces in a lower mid-card match that's doing...
They could fight each other in that tournament you were talking about earlier.
That would actually... That's good booking, because this feud feels extremely lightweight, and if you put them in that spot, it makes it seem like it matters more. So I would advocate for that completely, because without that, it just looks like there are a couple of idiots that both like stooged around rather than being able to get the belt off this little weed, Dominik Mysterio. They're the ones that look like idiots.
So that fact you can say I've beaten Penta and Rusev.
Yeah, which is fine for him, but when you've made both the baby faces look like klutzes en route to it, it's not good for those two. But putting them in the tournament, don't mind that.
What?
The idea of they keep costing each other this, and then if Penta and Rusev, and then
why I drifted off.
They face each other in this tournament we've imagined for the World Heavyweight title.
Yeah, go for it.
Right. Let's talk Maxxine Dupri becoming Women's IC Champion.
I was off ill, wasn't I?
Yes.
When the first match happened. I haven't caught up with it yet, but by all accounts, it was a really, really good bit of business from Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Can't wait for this. Cannot wait for it. They'll get the near falls. They'll get the drama.
We're getting worming
out the air. She's going to worm out. Becky Lynch is an interesting person.
Natalya could be ringside to cheer her on.
Ruined it.
I mean, you'll be able to hear her cheering probably. You normally do when she goes, yay! Yay!
God, she's such a... Yeah, she sucks.
So
she sucks.
Becky Lynch, I think, narratively is quite an interesting figure on this Raw because she made a bit of a joke that missed 1 week, and obviously everything that's happened to Seth Rollins, but it was her fury over the Maxxine Dupri loss that meant she didn't go to Perth. So they might play a little bit with the fact she blamed herself for not being present, and look what's happened to Seth Rollins. It's reasonable to assume that a lot of this is in service of the AJ Lee rematch. She's been brought up in promos being like, this is why your head's gone, Becky, is because you lost to AJ Lee and there's going to be a singles match down the line. So we could get that return tonight. That was really, really hot before WrestlePalooza. So I see no reason why it wouldn't be if she made
they could have Becky Lynch beat Maxxine Dupri. One really good near fall in there. And then don't beat her up after the bell, after she just put forth this heroic effort. Beats her up. AJ Lee comes out to say.
Love it. Into it.
I'm really into this.
She should actually come out and behave in accordance with what a human being would do instead of just skipping for 5 minutes beforehand. Just an idea.
Skip's major over, so.
Yeah, skip after.
Skip both.
No, skip after. Do something that looks realistic first and then do the skip.
I don't watch enough pro wrestling. You skip and then people go, and then you go.
Kiss my ass.
And then you do more skipping.
Yeah, kiss my ass.
That's twice as much skipping.
My ass.
Just give people as much as they possibly can, considering they paid for it. Satisfied customers.
They're paying, they're idiots paying that much money, if you ask me.
Satisfied customers is what you want to build. That's what I'm saying. How many is in this? His raw numbers are down. I don't like it. But 10,000-ish satisfied customers.
Maybe because they're giving them too much in the way of like phony nonsense before.
Yes, we should probably use an aquarium.
Yeah, we should. We should. It was good, great visual.
Slop.
Well, one thing we won't be skipping.
Wrestle Dream at what time?
3:00.
That'll be out today. Some words.
Check it out.
I think so. We don't think.
I don't want to missell this. I can't be passionate enough when we get there. It'll be a nice time. Sidge will have some fantastic analysis, and I will listen intently.
So we don't think Maxxine's leaving us. I agree, by the way, Sidge. I think there's going to be a brilliant.
So we're going to enjoy a Maxxine Dupri match this week more than a John Moxley match.
100%. So not even close.
So Jey Uso, Roddy Piper.
Yeah,
Jey Uso over Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
You were good about Terry Funk. Terry Funk's better than Jimmy Uso.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
But you did say Great Khali over Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Here's one before because basically Maxxine Dupri or John Moxley. Don't hesitate.
No, hang on. Wait a minute. Wait, it's John Moxley. It's John Moxley.
Yeah. Thank you.
My potential excitement tomorrow when speaking about this match versus how I felt for the duration of John Moxley's last match.
Okay.
Here's
one for you.
I really like this game.
Here's a good one, though. You ready for this? Great Khali of Vader.
Come on. If I didn't give him it over Bam Bam, what chance has old Stinky Mask got? I've to be fair, this is not a hot take. Well, maybe it is.
It is a hot take, bro.
I've said it for you. I don't think it's a hot take. I'm just not a Vader guy at all. Again, in terms of the fun times I've had watching wrestling, more of them have featured the Great Khali than Vader. We can have different conversations and different needs of the working style of the two men, but
Vader the one who teamed with Coach against Batista.
That's your guy.
Yeah,
I'm at a Wilbourn.
That's a funny example.
Justin LaBar and Michael Sidgwick, the Dudley boys of WhatCulture.
Who's Justin LaBar? Which one's he?
He tweeted, he said one of these, like, he loves the Fed and AEW's. Like, there's a video of, like, Mercedes Money, like, celebrating wearing her titles, and the caption was, she's acting like she's actually won them. It's like, yeah, that's what she should be doing, bro.
I saw a deranged one from Raj Giri this weekend.
Oh, he's gone. He's even more nutso.
Like, it was so borderline Alistair Black promo.
Yeah.
You're sickening Siege or something like that. I was just like, you all right?
Nah.
No, I don't think so.
Anyway, let us know your thoughts ahead of Raw tonight in the comment section or on X at WhatCulture WWE. Watch, they can follow all four of us. You can follow Michael Hamflett at
Michael Hamflett.
Michael Sidgwick at
Sidgwick.
Follow our brilliant producer Adam Nicholas at
It's Adam Nicholas.
And you can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. As I said, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling wherever you get your podcast from for daily wrestling podcasts. Got the SmackDown review coming your way later on today, and we'll, as Sidge mentioned, be doing a live Wrestle Dream review on YouTube from 3 p.m. But for now, my thanks to Michael Hamflett, to Michael Sidgwick. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.